That you, Beaver?
Wally! Hey, Wally! Gee, Mom, it's hard to think of a man walking around. He'd be me.
Son, we'd all like to have the most glamorous, exciting parents in the world. But we just have to accept things the way God gives them to us.
I know, Dad. That's what you told me when I had that mole on my stomach.
If you live your life in a dream, Beaver, someday you're going to wake up and find out you've never had anything real. Now, let's have a little action, Beaver. You're going to have a lot of fun. Okay, now, hit early. Come on, let her go now. Let her go.
I don't think I like having fun this way.
Yeah, what is it, Beaver?
Are you happy with Mom?
Not now. I'm a little upset.
Are you thinking of getting a divorce?
Well, of course not, Beaver. You don't divorce someone you really love.
Then when do you get a divorce?
Well, usually when a husband and wife are hopelessly incompatible.
What does that mean? Incompatible?
Oh, this is when two people just can't get along together, when they're always shouting and screaming at each other.
Like you just did. Gee, Dad, I always thought growing up was the neatest thing that could happen to a guy.
Growing up is a pretty neat thing, Beaver, if you really grow up. And it's all right to look back on the good times you had. Only thing is, when you try to relive them, somehow they're never quite as good the second time round.
Yeah, I guess that's like parking your gum on the windowsill overnight and then trying to chew it some more the next morning.
Yeah, I guess maybe it is, Beaver. And you know, the sad thing is, there are some men my age who are still trying to be little boys.
You mean I've stopped being a little boy?
Oh, no, of course not. Only thing is, don't be too surprised if you wake up some morning and find yourself stuck with being a man.
Oh. Sometimes at night, I like to try and imagine me being a man, but I just can't figure myself walking around in a big overcoat and having kids being scared of me and all that stuff.
Well, I couldn't either when I was your age, Beaver. But I'll tell you something. A man never gets so old that he forgets how it was being a little boy.
Wally, where's your brother? Breakfast is getting cold. Well, Beaver, where have you been?
I've been up recopying my composition, Mom. The first one had all kinds of fingerprints on it.
Well, let's hear it.
Oh, you don't want to hear it, Dad.
No, Dad, you sure don't.
Well, of course I do. The least I can do is to check it for punctuation.
Well, okay. But don't get any fingerprints on it.
Yeah. The most interesting character I have ever known is my father, Mr. Ward Cleaver. Mister.
That counts as a word, Dad.
He does not have an interesting job. He just works hard and takes care of all of us. He never shot things in Africa or not saved anybody that was drowning. But that's all right with me because when I am sick, he brings me ice cream. And when I tell him things or ask things, he always listens to me. And he will use up a whole Saturday to make junk with me in the garage. He may not be interesting to you, or someone else, because he's not your father, just mine.
I don't know if it sounds so good, Dad, but it sure made me feel good when I was writing it.
I'm glad it did, Beaver. Made me feel pretty good to read it, too.